Hey button pushers, my name is Nick and welcome to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, it's obviously day one of this being launched, so I am nowhere near in a position to do a review of this yet. But it would have been remiss to not put out a video because I've been waiting for this game for a very long time. I wanted to at least get out first impressions and run through the story so far. So, warning, spoilers. Everyone knows where the story heads. I'm not going to break any big story points, but potential spoilers. You've been warned. Now shut up. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to run through the story so far up until the point you end up in England, which I thought was probably only going to be like an hour or two. Nope, about 4.5 hours worth of gameplay. And that was without me fully exploring Norway. This game's big. This is a Bertha, and that's completely okay. So you start off the game as young Ivar, and there's a celebration happening. And your papa, who is obviously the leader of your clan, is brokering some sort of deal with another clan. There's going to be peace between them, and all is going well. You've gone up to the stage to the king to present them with an offering, and it's all happy days for a little while. Then there's an attack. You're obviously only little, so it's not really a whole lot you can do in terms of helping. You're told to stay out of the way, which obviously you don't do. You head outside, nearly get killed immediately, which is good, but you do some good. You do accidentally save your mother, so props to the Ivar for that. But it all kind of comes to a head with the leader of the people that are attacking, Kjotve the Cruel. He's kind of the big bad of the area. He has got your father prisoner, and your father offers his life to save everyone else, which normally that would be kind of, wow, okay, he's just self-sacrificing, but not in, obviously in Viking. You don't do that if you're a Viking. So your mum has also been captured. She's screaming for him to pick up his axe. He gets killed, and then Kjotve, being Kjotve the Cruel, didn't get that name by, being nice, orders everyone else dead anyway. So, you scarper with a kid called Sigurd, who is the son of the other clan leader, and you get separated, fall onto a sheet of ice, and meet a very friendly doggy. And then some weird glitches start happening, which is curious. Jump forward, I think it's about 17 years, and you are face to face with Kjotve the Cruel. Except you now have a nickname called the Wolf Kissed, which is a great name, but it's not gone particularly well for you. You've been captured and you're about to be sold as a slave, but no. Ivar doesn't play these games. So you break free, rescue the rest of your crew, get back to your boat, and get back to Thornbury, which is your home. So once you're back home, you go and talk to the king. The king, by the way, is the other clan leader that you were brokering a treaty with at the beginning. He kind of took you in. You go and see King Stairburn and tell him Kjotve needs to be... He's causing too much trouble. Like, it's been 20 years of this shit. It needs to end. But he's very cautious that Kjotve's army way outnumbers ours, so it would be a bloodbath, and even if we did win, we'd be so decimated, then what would even be the point? Which, I mean, makes sense. However, you remember Sigurd, the kid that we got away with and then got separated from right at the beginning. He is all grown up as well, because that's how aging works, and he's been away for 2 winters on an expedition, but he is due to come back that day. And when he does return, he has a couple of new friends with him. 2 people who are unmistakably members of the Assassin's Guild, because those dudes have a very specific dress sense, and I love it. So the assassins Hytham and Basim, they've become really close with Sigurd over the travels, and they've almost been grooming Sigurd to join them, and they even gave him a hidden blade. But Sigurd, he gives it to you, in his words, a great gift for the greatest warrior he knows, which makes sense. But Ivar, being the true Viking that they are, doesn't want to wear it as a hidden blade like normal. They put it on their wrist with the blade facing out. It's basically just a stab fist, which is great. It's very Viking. You still assassinate people as normal, but it's cool that it's not hidden. Like, there's no attempt to hide it whatsoever. It's a nice combination of Vikings and assassins. While all this has been going on, King Stairburn has been liaising with the uncle of King Harold, and they have brokered a deal where King Harold will lend us his army to help take the fight to Kjotve, which is really quite helpful. So that means that we now have enough forces to take him on, and we can finally get rid of him once and for all. So we do the classic Viking thing of plundering some of his suppliers and then taking the fight right to his gates, which leads to a great little one-on-one fight. So we have a friend in King Harold. However, King Harold has a plan. So he puts together a treaty of all of the different clans around the area in a neutral place. No animosity, no fighting, everyone is there for the same reason. King Harold wants to unite everyone under his rulership. So there will be one king, this is him. All of the other clan leaders can stay as their respective leaders, but there is only one king. King Stairburn offers his knee. Sigurd ain't happy. He ain't happy at all. He's been raised his whole life knowing that he was going to become king, so to find out that's been taken away from him, not a good time. So he makes the decision that there's nothing left for him in Norway. He's not going to become king, and he doesn't want to be the subject of King Harold, so he decides, sod it, I'm going to England. And you obviously join him, and you take a group of settlers with you. That's as far as I've got with the story. So I've just arrived in England. The culture clash is already incredible. The two best bits when you arrive into England, you see a monastery, so with the steeple and the cross on top. Everyone's like, oh, look how pathetic those runes are. Further down the river, there's a baptism happening. Their first instinct is, oh, look, it's a ritual drowning. So that'll be quite interesting to see how that evolves and how that evolves and how the kind of the English culture and the Viking culture kind of clash, which should be interesting.
It must be priests and worshippers alone in that place. We could storm this port with ease, sack it without breaking a sweat.
Is there much in the way of treasure there?
Always! They shape precious metals and cut jewels to their gods. There will be a fortune there.
But wait, there's more. So as is Assassin's Creed tradition at this point, the actual subject of the game is only part of the game. There is also a modern day setting, and this one you are Layla. Remember when I said there were some graphical glitches when you were being attacked by the wolf at the beginning? That was you coming out of the Animus for the first time. So just before you arrive in England, you come out of it again and you get to kind of explore fully. So you are in a cabin in the woods somewhere in North America with Sean and Beck, and for the record, I bloody love Sean Hastings. He's just phenomenal. The reason you're there is that the world is basically ending again, which is good, and there was a signal sent to you, or a message sent to you that had a hidden signal, and the hidden signal sent you to this place in North America. You dug a grave in the location that it's sent, and there were the bones of Ivar, which is peculiar because North America, that's not England. It'll be interesting to see how that unfolds and why, how Ivar even got to North America in the first place. I don't know yet, but I'm going to be playing the ever-loving Jesus out of this game for the next, however long it takes to complete, so it'll be worth not having a sleep schedule anymore. I'm not going to go into this in too much detail in this video, but I want to mention as well, and I'll go into this in greater detail in probably a full review, and I can imagine there's going to be a few specific videos that come out of this series as well. There's been quite a lot of vision stuff happening as well. One whole part of the main mission, you go and see a woman called Valka who sends you on a vision quest, and you see something that could potentially have deeper meaningful consequences for later in the game, but we shall see about that. You also get a vision of a dragon. I've had a chat with Odin. It's been an intense start to the game. It really has. But I can't really say too much about the exploration because, all of the time I've spent in the game so far has been focused pretty much on getting through the story. There's still areas of Norway I could have explored. I'm hoping I get to go back to Norway because if there's stuff I haven't got that I can't get anymore, that's going to make me sad. That's going to very much upset my inner completionist. And that guy can be a dick. The final thing I will say about it is the combat. Obviously, a lot of the combat involved so far, because we've been in Norway, has been raiding. So you can raid an area where everyone on your longship just plows off at the same time, screaming, and you just going guns blazing, which is very anti the ethos of Assassin's Creed games. It's normally slow and steady and sneaky, whereas this is just which means the combat itself at times felt a bit hack and slashy, which was weird. I was not expecting that sort of dynamic from Assassin's Creed, but it works and it's good, and you can chop off limbs, and I've seen heads go flying, and it's just wonderful. The sneaking and the assassinations, they kind of seem to work exactly like they do in the rest of the Assassin's Creed games, which is good, but I will be able to go into that in more detail once I've cobbled together a full review. So, that about wraps up where we are now. Watch out for more videos coming soon, because there will be more videos for this coming soon. If you want to check this out for yourself, then the link to the Xbox page is in the description, because I'm playing this on Xbox, but obviously it's also available PC, PS4. Also, a massive thank you to Ubisoft for sending me a code for the game. I should have said that at the start of the video, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. But mwah, kisses, thank you. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then why don't you go ahead and the like button, the screaming bearded warrior that is the subscribe button. Make sure you that bad boy. And until next time, love you, bye.